Hi guys.
Oh,
Interview time.
hey. What's going on? Hey guys, I decided to make a different kind of video and decided to see Destiny from a new perspective. So I brought in one of my good friends, Ryan, who used to like the game but kind of took a step back, and I wanted to see how he saw the game from his perspective. I thought it'd be interesting to share that with you guys, so I hope you guys feel the same. Drop a like if you want to see more stuff like this, but without further ado, let's get into the interview with a player that hasn't played in like 2 years. Hey, what's going on, Super Rye guy? You want to do
Um,
an interview on the state of Destiny kind of right now?
I'd
Looks like
love to. Constantly upping yourself, and if you take a break, it's just you get so like lost. So I don't know, just kind of discouraging.
hi, me again. I just wanted to throw in, add some context that I had asked Ryan what would make you more active, to which Ryan responded with,
Um, hmm, probably just that's a good question. I don't know.
and obviously you know his response. This question was kind of directed to see why he wasn't coming back, and I didn't really expect Destiny being monotonous to make him not want to come back, but he has a point. Power leveling every season is kind of excessive and kind of a dead system, but that's just my opinion. What's something that you think is good that Bungie's been doing with this game that you've noticed?
It's got a lot more range, I guess, of players now instead of just people sticking to certain, I don't know, like I mean weapon types. Like people,
Okay,
different play styles, that kind of stuff. Balance, I guess you could call it.
yeah. From what I interpreted during this, I figured that Ryan means there's just a lot more ways you could go about playing the game, which he isn't wrong. He comes from Destiny 1, which is kinda hardcore if you don't know. There was just the top meta, practically the only thing you were able to use for it. But like, it's not like this here. It's finally some sort of balance, then you're able to get away with a lot of things, which I do have to agree with him on this one. Bungie did get better at balancing, regardless of the stasis debacle. What do you think they've done worse over the years?
Um, like very recently or just in total?
Either? Specify
Well, I
as
mean, when
well.
Destiny 2 first came out, it was fan service. Didn't
What do you
listen
mean by that?
to players like kind of at all. Just about how all the content is kind of lacking,
Yeah.
especially with like Osiris stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Recently, I mean, I don't know, I haven't really caught up with the news, but it seems like they're doing a great job of listening to what people want.
Now, you guys catch that right at the end? He said that he thinks Bungie's listening to us, and this could be really debated. It's a hot topic, but I'm just gonna say it. I think Bungie has been listening to us a lot more than past states, but they definitely need to listen to us a bit more, especially with things with sunsetting. But he does have a point. does seem like Bungie has been listening to us a bit more with like the new quality of life changes that we're being promised. I I hope that he's right. I really do. Would you ever hop into Trials of Osiris?
Yeah, if I was high enough. If I
Really?
got back to like training, probably, because it would take a while to get back to playing high tier.
Dude, why would you go back to Trials? Try it out. What's appealing about it?
I've never really been a big trials guy, so I never really got to play it a whole bunch, so it'd be like kind of a new thing. I mean, we played a little bit back in D1, and then I did trials in the 9 a bit, but I was never consistent enough to play it every week.
Well, it's good to know that casuals do think about going into trials, so I think that just means that casuals don't stay in trials because of what's in it. I mean, let's be honest, trials is a sweat fest. It's a stasis sweat fest, and it's awful. People do want to go into trials, it's just not a lot of people want to stay. The adept weapons aren't really juicy enough, and the actual weapons aren't really either. And not to mention the sweats. I mean, come on. It's getting real bad out there, people. But yeah, good to know that at least it's appealing to people. What about normal Crucible? Are you ever encouraged to go into normal Crucible? Why or why not?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's just not like competitive. I mean, competitive is fun. It just takes a while because the way I play, I kind of like, I'll play a couple days and then I'll get off.
Yeah.
So playing competitively, it's kind of hard to do that. But when it's just like quick play, or I don't know if it's the term quick play, if they use that anymore. So like not high tier kind of games, it's just fun.
My man just likes to enjoy some quick play, you know? Can't judge. You really can't judge. I mean, the competitive is kind of sweaty. I think if he gave it a chance, though, he'd have a bit more fun with it. But yeah, no, it seems like Crucible isn't awful to casuals right now, or at least on first looks. And I think later I'm gonna delve in with him in a follow-up video what it's like after playing for a little. What are your feelings on strikes in Destiny 2? And do you think they're better or worse than Destiny 1?
I like them. I like playing strikes. They're fun. I'm kind of more of a PvE player anyway.
What do you find appealing about strikes? Like, yeah, well, first answer, like, are they better in Destiny 1 or Destiny 2? And then the appeal.
I think Destiny 1 strikes were more fun. But that's just, 'cause they had just a certain kind of like replayability.
How so?
Destiny, they were just, I don't know, it's just kind of hard to describe. They were fun to play again. But Destiny 2 strikes, they probably aren't, but they seem somewhat shorter, so it's just not as fun. And they all kind of have this like the same mechanic. You do something to fight a boss, and I guess that was what Destiny 1 strikes were, but it seemed like there was more variety. I'd
hate to turn this entire video into why Destiny 1's better than Destiny 2, because it's clear that Destiny 2 is better than Destiny 1. But that isn't to say that the strikes in Destiny 1 are worse than they are in Destiny 2. Destiny 2, they all really felt the same at the beginning. Felt like the same mechanics, not really much variation. And I agree. And I wish strikes had more replayability in this game because I personally love doing strikes. So I think we need to see strike-specific loot and maybe more creative bosses, like the Glassway strike, which was very creative, and good job on Bungie's part for making that. Alright, what about Gambit?
Oh, that was fun. Probably Gambit was one of the most appealing things. Introduced Gambit. I came back for a while.
What about Gambit do you find appealing?
I like I like I like how you can combine the PvE and PvP, but like you can play with both types of players. You have the one oh you have the one player who will invade, likes PvP, stuff like that. I guess I just kinda like the roles of them.
Not only just a Strike sympathizer, but also a Gambit. I respect it. I mean, Gambit, regardless, is still a pretty popular game mode. People still play it. I just think something missing from it right now is loot, and that's something that we gotta bring back. But it's good to see that people do like the concept of Gambit, no matter how much people meme on it. Do you think that they should do more work on Gambit or put more things in the Gambit? Like, what would you like
Yeah,
to
I think
see
so.
them add?
What would I like to see? Different, not entirely different mechanics, but new features probably.
How so? Like, give an example if you can.
I thought it was good when they had the armor that gave you benefits. That was kind of cool, but they took that away. So the features like that kind of make the game more fun to play, I guess. I don't know. I can't really think of specific examples. Maybe bringing stuff back, like if they put some kind of Rift playstyle from Destiny 1.
Okay, do you mean like adding little more gimmicks to it? Like special perks that you could obtain on, say, Gambit weapons or stuff like that? Or like little special things you could get on armor that makes you better in Gambit? Or maybe even
Yeah,
like
kinda like
Gambit
that.
specific mods?
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. I didn't think about mods. I was thinking more about like benefits on armor, but yeah.
Yeah, like it'd be kind of, or at least what I'm envisioning, something you'd like is like, I don't know, system where you're able to slot it on like your armor, and you're able to have other special like benefits or special things happen in Gambit. Be kind of cool. You still be able to put it on your armor, cause
Yeah, it's a good way to think about it. A good way to put it. Also, I do like even though I can't play as it, I like the stasis stuff. It's fun that they introduced a new entire type of subclass.
yeah.
Like I just got frozen the first time, like 2 minutes ago.
Definitely. It gets more irritating every time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I thought it was interesting that he brought up stasis. I mean, yeah, stasis is kind of revered in Crucible right now, but I think once they tone it down, Crucible and just everything is gonna benefit off having stasis. It is very cool that they added that subclass, and I think we ought to be more grateful on how much time they spent on it. I mean, it's a good subclass, and it's good to see that they're making more unique things like this. So, props to Bungie for this, and apparently casual players are actually really liking this too. So, you're helping the community out. What's wrong with the replayability? I guess is what I'm trying to say. What is really hurting you from joining back, like other than just being lower than people?
That's probably the main one, but it probably just content maybe, because like I said, I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money for getting the next season pass and all that. But also, like, when I do play, I'll play a couple things, I'll get into it, but then it's pretty much just do bounties, collect rewards, do strikes, do bounties, stuff like that.
Yeah. The paywall. I think that Bungie should definitely have a paywall, like if they're gonna go free to play, but it does kind of feel like they're milking us out at times. I mean, seriously, the things in the seasons would normally be attached to the DLC in Destiny 1. We'd be getting the Hawkmoon quest and everything because it came with the Taken King, for example. I don't really like that, and I don't like that they're kind of charging us a bit more money. And to go on the topic of content, yeah, it's dry. Pretty dry. I mean, the gameplay loop just, it's been rough lately. I mean, you do bounties and stuff, you play more strikes, more core playlists that haven't seen love in so long. It's starting to get old. I mean, seriously. And apparently casuals feel that way too. Just something to keep in mind. But this is going to be the end of the video. I actually have more footage for this, so if this video reaches 100 views, I'll put out a part 2. And the second part is just as juicy as the first one. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the Crucible. Peace.